Describe your creative process.
Lift some shit, voice note it to myself, find a beat I like, and then put it on a beat. Yeah, man, that's literally the process right now. I feel like as time goes on, though, I'm learning. I feel like there's more variations in how you can maneuver and how you can, be creative. So, for example, I remember I used to just sit in my yard and talk about the same shit. Like, I started off on the Afro swing thing, oh, baby girl, come man, and all that shit. Then obviously, eventually, certain people that I was around were kind of like, don't be shy to talk about it, some real life shit, some experiences. And obviously, started doing that, resonated with the people. I think they're like my most favorite tracks, to be fair with you. And yeah, here I am.
So would you say there was like a period where you were making, let's call it, happier songs, and then you transitioned to like more real life type stuff?
Yeah, no, you know what it is? I still make happier songs, but I feel like I used to avoid doing anything but happy songs, if you know what I mean. And now I realise, I feel like it's time to be a bit more, life's not funny. There's some real shit that happens. It's time to like, you know what I mean, face your darkness. So I do that through my art. I try to anyway. It's the best way I can. Any other way, I might turn around and die. I feel like I was a very like pussy ass nigga. Like, I was very shook on that before. Now it's like I'm not really. There's nothing that really like scares me or I fear. So I could talk about it more freely to an audience as well, which is all good.
And you said that the more kind of like life stuff was like more well received in comparison to like the happier stuff. Is that?
Yeah, 100%. People just like being people like it when people are a bit more vulnerable, a bit more upset, I guess. God knows why, but it's just something I'm starting to realise. I almost feel like when you're just jumping around on camera and just dancing around and being, this happy guy, you're more like, I don't know, like, people are looking at you like, what the fuck, this guy's so jolly for? And don't get me wrong, I'm a jolly guy, but I am like, I got my shit going on. Everyone's got their shit going on. And that's what I started learning recently, and I feel like everyone has their shit going on. There's a way to relate with whatever's going on kind of thing, you know what I mean? So this is me.
In terms of like balancing real life with pursuing music,
yeah,
how's that balance for you?
It's tough, man. As of right now, 2024, I'll be pretty frank with everyone. I'm in a 9-to-5 corporate kind of role. That takes a lot of my fucking time, like 50 hours a week. Like, I know my music is the main thing I want to do, so I use that to kind of fuel what man's doing musically. But one thing I've realised is you can't use your 9-to-5, you can't use your other shit going on to use it as an excuse to kind of like sway away from that shit. So I do my best to kind of like not fully focus on it, do what I need to do to maintain it, and just put all my eggs into like what I'm doing. The balance is hard, but I feel like when you believe in something so much, you'll make it happen all the time. So I'm making it happen. I think I make it look alright. I think I make it look sexy. Fat.
How long have you been doing music for again?
I made my first tune in 2018. My first drop was 2019. I fucked off for a bit. Then 2022, I came back with a bit of fire. And I think fair to say, I've kept it on him since.
Yeah, consistent, right?
Yeah.
Repeat that one more time for us on the mic and say it to the camera.
Yeah, man. Ever since Phrann, aka PH, decided to come back, took his foot off the pedal since. Plenty more to come as well.
That's my guy still, but never put your ass in front of my face again. That's my guy. That's my fucking guy, though.
What would you say was the moment when you realised that, okay, I can actually make music my career?
It's mad. I think every release I've done, I've seen something to be like, you know what? This is feasible. Like, I've never dropped on and felt like, damn, they didn't like this. Like, whether it's a radio play, whether it's like reception just naturally from people, whether it's like new people kind of hitting me up, like, I don't know, industry kind of people, like, not the things you do it for, but like, you get those little things that are like, oh shit, you know what? More and more people are rocking with this. And with every release, it's like do you know that thing we learned about in maths? What was it back in the day? Snowball sampling. Snowball, like you get like a group of people, and then it develops into more people, and then those more people develop it. Yeah, no, and I feel like I really feel that, especially with every release, man. Then that's like my biggest motivation, if I'm honest with you. Like, making people happy, man. I can't lie. I've always been a people pleaser. I've been a big friend my whole life. No, I'm trying.
You like putting a smile on people's faces.
Yeah,
and
man.
I feel like you can do that through your art, which is a beautiful thing.
I do it through my art. Like, obviously, I do it for the art, through the art. And it's like, away from that, I feel like my art can give me things to put further smile on other people's faces. Do you know what I mean? Whether that's family, friends, whether that's fucking a fan in Panama, wherever it is, but, you know, I'm here.
I guess opposite to that, were there any moments when you were like, oh, I don't know if music's going to be for me?
So there was a gap I kind of took in the middle of COVID. When COVID struck, I think 2020, 21, making music was easy, but releasing it was fucking tough. I had a tune with my buddy at the back, KC.
KC, show your face, bro.
Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, we dropped, you know, the vibes in lockdown. It was vibey. Sorry, Nick, I'm in your way. It was a vibe. It was a vibe still. But you're right, though. I hear that. It was easy to make music.
I didn't ask you to agree with me.
But putting
Just
out...
talk about, you know, the vibes. I asked my nigga, I could ban him. You lot can't.
The tune was dead, bro. Do you know what it was? It was dead. That's what it was.
So obviously, them times, yeah, 2020, 21, us lot we were shitting out tunes. KC had a little studio set up in his bedroom. We'd go there, fucking make music. We'd go pirate and shit. But like releasing it, I feel like the game kind of took a turn where bread was like the main kind of thing you needed. And obviously, you know, it could be worse, could be better, but I ain't breaded for pumping music out the way I wanted to. In regards to releasing them times, it made me deep. Now, this ain't even feasible, man. Like, I'm wasting my time. But then it's like, once again, that belief kind of hit me later on. I didn't drop no music 2021. So 22, when I came back, it was like, I felt something in me like, yeah, this is you. Like, you could do this. I can't explain the feeling. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, find it, man. And then when you get it, it's hard to stop. But that was a tough time. 2021.
If someone was going through a similar situation, do you think you could give advice to a musician trying to find that feeling that you just described?
I have my good friend Lavelle London always bangs on about your why. What is the reason you're doing what you're doing? Why did you start this? What's your why? And I have my whys. My whys are, you know, numerous reasons. Like, even if it means writing it down, putting it on the board and putting it in your bedroom, like putting it on your notepad, putting it on your fucking wallpaper on your phone, just remember the why. When you don't forget it, it just keeps you driven, innit? And obviously the person I am, I don't really give up on shit easy, apart from going to the gym. No, I'm joking, I'm back in. Yeah, I think like just remembering your why is so important. The minute you do, and you know what, big up Lavelle for that. That's the best advice I think I've ever got music-wise. Because yeah, like when you remember it, everything else kind of falls into place. And pray. I pray to God. I'm not saying obviously I'm sky high and doing what I need to, you know, where I want to be, but God's put me in certain, you know, he's given me certain things to kind of keep me aligned and in a good way. So I do my daily prayers, and you know, he's blessing me. So that's definitely one thing. God is real.
Are there any creatives, or I guess maybe in your field specifically, musicians that inspire your art?
Yeah. The man them are, bro. I'm around. I always say that I'm around some of the most talented individuals in London. Not even London, like the UK, the world, I would even say. Like, so the man them in the background, KC Dusty, you know what I mean? I've got a plethora of people. Like, just look at my feature, look at the people I make music with. Those are like my kind of peoples that I feel like they're just super talented. And you know, when you've got them kind of people around you, Dusty will make a song, send it to me on WhatsApp, and I'll be like, what? Come show your face. Why are you moving share? He'll send me a tune on WhatsApp, and I'll be like, yo, like, what's this? This is mental. That's my inspo. You get it? Like, you'll be like, what the fuck's going on here? And then you're like, you'll go to the booth and you'll want to do, you know what I mean? You want to make something like as mad. So imagine like it's not even a competition. It's just he's doing it. It's inspiring me. I'm doing it. I'm inspiring. It's just amazing, isn't it? And I get the same thing with Dusty. I get the same thing with KC. So Chinks will be sending me rhythms. Shout out Chinks. Sky will send me rhythms. All sorts of man. And it's just like, bro, like, you're there. I've got a plethora of people, a good like 10, 12 people around me that just send me music consistently, like they're working on, and it's like, wow, like these lot genuinely inspire me, man. And away from music, I've got friends that don't do music, and what they're doing in their fields and how they're fucking killing it is like, makes me want to kill this more. Do you get it?
Yeah, everything he said, I second. But yeah, no, it's definitely sick to be around creatives and all the man them doing their work, because it keeps you in that zone. Do you know what I mean? And like you said before, detaching from like your 9 to 5 and whatever. When you're around them sort of vibes, it's easy. But especially when the talent's high as well, you can't go wrong. But yeah, shout out the boy Phrann.
Even like Nick Velasco, like, you see what he does. Like, you don't know anyway. If you're watching this, you know what he's on. You know what he's on. It's like, I see what he does every day. He's fucking waking up at 5 in the morning, going to the gym at like 5:30, and he shot like 3 videos by like 11 a.m. Like, I know, get me. See, when you're around people like that, how can you not be inspired, man? God inspires me too. God keeps me inspired. God above all, but the man them definitely help.
How important do you think work ethic is in order to make your music?
You need work ethic. Like, there's so many talented people I see and hear about, no work ethic, but they're at home twiddling their thumbs. But I know there's some real talented people whose work ethic is through the roof, and they're getting in certain rooms that those people deserve to be in. I think work ethic beats everything. So I've seen some meaty man do their thing through this, you know. Hard work beats everything. Telling you, man, I've seen man go from 0 to hero in a year, going crazy with it. God's more important.
I love
but
that.
Work ethic's way more important. Work ethic's important, but God's way more important.
God helps those who helps themselves, man.
Shout out my nigga K1 in the back, man.
Have you had any regrets during your musical career?
Regrets? Yeah. But I try not to look back too much. I feel like when you look back, you just kind of drive yourself into like some weird like mental space. But like, of course, I've made the wrong moves here and there. I've listened to the wrong people, listened to wrong advice. And don't get me wrong, people want the best for you, but a lot of man there's no manual to this shit. There's no manual to this life. It's awkward. Shout out Skylark. That's the realest stuff he's ever said. That guy said a lot, but that's one of the realest. There's no manual to this. So it's like when men are telling you, do this, do it this way, do it that way, they're looking at it from their perspective, and it's like, how am I going to take in a next man's perspective when I've got a vision of where man want to go, where man want to be, where man want to get to, and in that vision, I know how I want to get there, and I'll just listen. Obviously, it's good to listen to people, but some people are just, let's be honest, talking a lot. Like, what's that famous saying? Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got some, just some full of more shit. Big saying. That's a big saying.
For those that are looking to start out in a career in music, is there any advice that you think you could give?
Do it, man. Get in the studio, do your 10,000 hours, and everything will fall into place. And pray to God. Pray to God, do your 10,000 hours, and just, there's no manual to this. Everyone thinks they've got the answers. Find and navigate it yourself. There's no shortcuts. You're gonna have to put the work in. And if you're not willing to put the work in, and it's too hot in the kitchen, you know where the door is. Get out.
Get out. Is there any particular advice you would give your younger self?
Any particular advice I'd give my younger self? Stay away from the custard creams. Bro, you're a saucy guy, man. Just don't listen to no one. Do your thing. And don't listen to anything. And don't care for no one. I cared a lot about other people's opinions. And it's fucked because in the sport I'm in now, I should care for other people's opinions. But I think what makes me so different, I don't really give a shit. It's like, you like me, you don't. You know where the door is, lad, you know? It is what it is, and that's the advice I'd give to my younger self, man. You know your thing. Just move like you know your thing, and everything will fall into place. Hey, KC, I come to the camera. What advice would you give to your younger self?
Ooh, bro, overthinking causes paralysis, and paralysis causes death. So stop overthinking, just do, man, because people are gonna take to it. Some people's favorite tunes are songs they didn't want to put out in the first place. So you sit there and you overanalyze everything, and then you end up not doing anything, man. It's the idea that you just don't move when you overthink things. So yeah, man, just keep it pushing, keep it natural.
Yeah, I'd probably say more off the back of that. Pause. Ideas don't exist, innit? So jot that shit down and do it. So 100% more of that. I think we need to trust that everyone starts at the same position. So without actually doing something, you're not gonna get that validation. You gotta believe in it before it's done. So do it and move, innit?
The same as everyone else has just said, isn't it? Like overthinking.
No, be original. Come on, man. Be original.
Alright, cool. Listen, the journey of 1,000 steps begins with the first one. We all gotta start somewhere, innit?
Switched it on.
That's what you said. That's what gave you what you asked for.
Right now, today is the 29th of December, 2024. Yeah, man, 2025 and onwards. Chaos.
Man.
Causing chaos. It's gonna be chaos.
Chaos.
It's gonna be the most organized chaos.